Good morning. Today we're going to talk about Debroah Samson, an American hero during the Revolutionary War. She was born to a poor family in 1760 in Plimpton, Massachusetts. So poor, in fact, that they had to sell her at the age of 10 to become an indentured servant, which she served until the age of 18. Indentured servants weren't given any type of formal education, but she was very driven. So driven, in fact, that she taught herself how to read and how to write. This type of self-drive did her well, and when she left being an indentured servant in 1799, she went into the only opportunities that she could have at the time for a woman. She became a weaver during the winter and a teacher during the summer. This did her well until 1781. With very few opportunities left open to women, she came upon the idea of disguising herself as a man, which was an illegal act, so that she could enlist in the Continental Army, a way to get herself out of her social economic status at the time. She enlisted under the name of Robert Shertiff. Unsuccessful in her first attempt, she was able to do so in her second attempt and to fool them, and thus get into an infantry unit that was under Captain Webb that was stationed out of West Point, New York. Their first initial duties was to patrol the neutral ground and to contain Clinton's armies in New York City. When her unit was assigned to General George Washington in the fall of 1781, they would leave that post, travel down quickly to Yorktown, Virginia. They participated in the Siege of Yorktown, the last major offensive in the American Revolutionary War. Her unit, in fact, had the dangerous duty of taking Redoubt 10 in a very quick but bloody battle where she saw heavy actions. They were able to take over the British redoubt and set up the American artillery that would go on to win this siege battle. Although the major offensives were over, there was still military duty that had to be done, and her unit had to be sent back to its original location, thus to patrol the neutral ground. It was in one of these patrols that she came across a group of Tories who fired upon her group, wounding her in her thigh. So scared she was of being found out to be being a man, she dug the bullet herself out of her thigh so that she would not have to go see a doctor who might discover who she was. Her service was so exemplary, she was asked to become the aide to General John Patterson, who was going to be sent down to Philadelphia to quell a mutiny. When they arrived there, disease was rampant, and she succumbed to an illness that required her to have to be sent to a hospital. It was during this time that her secret was found out. The general, though, having been so pleased with her duty, decided instead of prosecuting her as a female, breaking the law, he instead discharged her honorably from the army for her duty and time given in service. She went back home. She met another farmer and in 1785 married Benjamin Garnett. They went on to have 3 children, Earl, Polly, and Parda. They began to live a good life, and although she wanted to do more, because she still had that drive to try to help and to be successful, she decided she wanted to apply for veterans benefits. She knew she'd be in an uphill battle because she was a woman, and it would have been discovered that she had done so illegally. But she got enough backers and began to tour the country on a speaking tour, trying to obtain her veterans benefits. She was successful in getting backers to send money back home and went on to try to secure her veterans benefits. This again was another outstanding thing because she was one of the first woman to ever go on a lecture tour. She was a great American hero, Debroah Samson.